In this video, we're going to solve the fourth sum from the chapter Recording Transaction. Rohit has the following transaction. So they are asking us to prepare the accounting equation to show the effect of the above transaction on the asset and liability and capital side. So now let's analyze these transactions. Rohit common business with cash 1,50,000. So the cash comes under a asset. Okay, the purchased machinery on credit. So we have a creditor there. It's on the liability side. Purchase goods for cash. So we are increasing goods asset, decreasing cash. Purchased car for the personal use. This is the drawing. So this is going to be reduce the cash account as well as capital account. Paid to creator in full settlement. So this will be reducing our liability. Sold goods for cash costing 50,000. Paid rent, commission received in advance. Okay, right. So now let's start analyzing these transactions based on account equation. As you see already, we mentioned accounting equation formula. Okay, asset equals to liability plus capital. In the asset side, we have cash, machinery, and goods, and we have the creditor, and the capital is there. Sorry. So we have to pay them, and the capital is there. Commissions. Let's analyze the first transaction. Commenced the business with the cash 1,50,000. Okay, so cash asset will increase by 1,50,000. We'll have the capital as 1,50,000. This is going to be our total. Now let's analyze the second transaction, which is purchased machinery on credit worth of 40,000. So machinery has been purchased worth of 40,000. 40,000 increases, and we have to pay the creditor 40,000. So we have liability in our side. Machinery increases with 40,000. We still have to pay the creditor the liability. Okay. Now let's total this. So 1,90,000 to analyze the transaction. See. Okay. Purchased goods for cash worth 20,000. Now we are goods account are increasing to 20,000. The cash asset will decrease to 20,000. Okay, now let's do the total. 1,50,000 minus 20,000, 1,30,000. And machinery is not affected. Goods worth of 20,000 has been increased. So creditor is not affected yet. The balance capital would be 1,50,000. Now let's do the total. 1,30,000 plus 40,000 plus 20,000 comes around 1,90,000. So does the same. Now let's bring all the transactions below. Purchased car for personal use worth of 80,000. This is for a personal use. Okay, this not comes with the business. So he's using the cash account. So 80,000 he's using to buy a car. 80,000 cash asset decreases because the capital value. It is for the personal use. It's not for the business purposes. We are decreasing the cash asset as well as owner's equity. That is capital. Let's do the total. 1,30,000 minus 80,000 comes around 50,000. Okay. Machine is not affected and goods is not affected. The creditor is yet to be paid. 50,000 plus 40,000 plus 20,000 comes around 1,10,000. 70,000 plus 40,000 comes around 1,10,000. Now let's bring all these transactions below to analyze the fifth transaction. Paid to creditor in full settlement. So we have to analyze this statement. Paid to the creditor in full settlement. 38,000. So we paid creditor 38,000. Okay, full settlement. So we settled the full 40,000. The creditor gave us the discount worth of 2,000 rupees. Okay, so there is an increase in capital. 2,000 is our profit. Now let's calculate this. 50,000 minus 38,000 comes around 12,000. The machinery and the goods account is not affected. So let's paste this here. 70,000 plus 2,000, 72,000 is the total. 12,000 plus 40,000 plus 20,000 comes around 72,000 is the total. Now it's balanced with accounting equation. Sold goods for cash costing 5,000 and we received 4,500. Okay, we sold goods worth of 5,000 and we got 4,500. It's not, see, the transaction is not matching. That means we gave them the discount of rupees 500. So this should be minus. This should be minused in the capital account because we are giving discount to them. So total would be 16,500. The capital, the machinery account is not affected. 15,500 is the goods balance. Okay. Now let's do the total. 72,500 plus 71,500. Now let's do the total. So 16,500 plus 40,000 plus 15,000 comes around 71,500 is the balance. paid rent, okay, worth of 1,000 rupees. We are paying rent worth of 1,000 rupees. So 1,000 rupees is getting minus. The balance would be 15,500. The machinery and the goods account remains the same. It's not affected. So we're bringing the capital. So our capital also decreases to 1,000 rupees because we paid the rent. So now the balance would be 70,500. Now let's total 15,500 plus 40,000 plus 15,000, 70,500 is the total. Right. Now let's bring this transaction below to analyze the final transaction, which is H. Commission received in advance 2,000. Okay, commission is received in advance. It's 2,000. Commission in the liability side because we have to pay them back with the service. Our cash account also increases to 2,000. So now the balance is 15,500 plus 2,000. It comes around 17,500. And the machinery and the goods account remains the same. We got 2,000 on the liability side. It has to be settled in the further transaction. Okay, now let's do the total. 17,500 plus 40,000 plus 15,000 comes around 72,500, which is exactly the same here as well, 72,500. Now let's analyze the given answer. Asset is 17,500. We got the same answer. Machine is 40,000. Yes. Goods 15,000. We got it. Total going to be 72,500. We got the same there. Now the liability section is commission 2,000. It should be commission, not account receivables. The capital is 70,500. 70,500. That comes around 72,500. So we got the balance. Now the problem is solved by analyzing the transaction given the questions, and we prepared an accounting equation by using the accounting equation formula. So I hope you understand this problem. So keep practicing your sums. I'll see you next video. Thank you.